Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 2 of the Keepers of the Flame League here on Ruthless SSF. So, my only plan today is just to get, map completions and pretty much nothing else. I'd really like to get some gear, specifically some wands for this character, but in addition to that, I am not res capped right now, not even close, so I'd really like to get that done. But anyway, I really hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. I am failing the mass majority of all the breaches I do, which I'm not that surprised by. My gear is pretty terrible, but I did end up getting my first mystery graft or whatever, but unfortunately I can't even use it yet. But as you can see here, it takes me quite a while just to kill a tier 1 boss. I mean, it had like 2% life, and it still took me like 5 seconds to kill it or whatever. Now, I'm not going to complain about the clear speed too much, because the AoE does feel really good, but everything else is just an absolute nightmare. As you can see here, another tier 1 boss. I actually almost failed this map. I used 5 portals just on the map boss at the end. There was almost nothing I could do, but I did finally end up killing it. The skill is just so weird. Like I said, the AoE feels absolutely incredible. Maybe if I had better gear, it wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, even here, as you can see, sometimes like a slightly tanky mob, I just can't kill them. So I'm not really sure what to do at this point. I'm dying like 4 or 5 times for every single tier 1 map. So I'm at the point where I don't really know what to do. So I'm just going to farm the Ossuary for a little while I think about it. I'm almost certainly going to have to reroll. The skill is just so weak. I can barely clear a tier 1 map. The map you just saw, I died 5 times. 5 times with 0 mods. And I don't know, man. I'm starting to lose faith. I'm gonna farm on this character for a while and just hope for the best and see if maybe I can get some gear to help push me further. But as it stands right now, it's not looking good. The sad thing too is I can't even really like gain consistent XP in the ossuary. I do die like once every other run or so. But it's not the end of the world. Did get into the support gem, but if I do have to reroll, like I said, it could be worse. Minion gloves, of course. So I ended up dropping my second wand for a shield. I'm gonna try that for a while. I can definitely farm the ossuary. I can't, fully complete the breaches half the time, which is fine. But I don't really die. I just hit level 71, figured I'd go do some maps for a little while. I'm gonna tell you right now, the last video I was kind of optimistic about this skill. I take pretty much all of that back. This skill is pretty jank. It's pretty brutal. Now, I'm sure you could probably, use this skill for clear and combine it with something else for single target. It would probably be pretty nice. But I'm trying not to do that because I just kind of want to see how this skill actually functions. So I'm going to mess around with the shield for a while, see how that goes. If things are still pretty brutal, I'll probably go farm Ossuary for a little while. And if that doesn't work out, because, I'm really hoping, if I can just get res cap, maybe everything will just kind of fall into place. But if that doesn't happen, then I don't know. We might have to roll again. But I am trying so hard not to. Because I've said it a few times, like in the last video. The main reason I do, randomizing my character and all that stuff is it forces me to do stuff that, I'm not really comfortable with. And, playing a dog shit character is kind of something I'm starting to become more comfortable with. But this is pretty brutal. But, we'll see how it goes. I think if I could just drop, some res cap gear, maybe I'd be able to clear stuff. Yeah, no matter what, my damage is going to be pretty terrible. Wait, I did fire. But if I could at least just not die all the time, it wouldn't be so bad. But if you, I don't know, man, dying, oh my god, a barracks pass. If you're dying 3 to 4 times in every single tier 1 you do, it's kind of just, mentally exhausting. I did get a really nice dagger, doesn't help me at all. I tried running normal lab, but to be honest with you, even normal lab was taking me a long time to kill Azara, which is pretty embarrassing. So I am going to reroll another character. Now, if you don't know my rules, I have to play a Warden until I complete a red map, so I'm still going to be playing a Warden. And already this run is going so much better. I dropped a Herald of Ash. I'm killing stuff so quickly. Oh my god, a Carnage Heart. Alright, this run is blessed. This run is absolutely blessed. So I didn't want to do another bow character, or sorry, a wand character. I was thinking about doing bows, but I also kind of wanted to mess with the melee attacks a little bit. And I got an Honor Home and a Herald of Ash, as you've already seen, which is absolutely ridiculous. And what's already really funny is I am full clearing all the breaches already, just using random stuff. So already this character is probably doing more DPS than my level 72. And as you can see here, I'm just getting a pile of uniques. pretty much every zone I'm doing the breach and I'm fully clearing it, having no problems, and it just feels absolutely amazing. I mean, look how many uniques I've gotten. And a purity of elements. All right. I was starting to feel kind of bad for giving up on the Wander, but I think the game agrees with me. This is the right choice. And as you can see here, I actually, for the first time, stabilized the full breach, which is pretty sick. I still haven't even come close to doing that on my other character. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this character can do in maps. Obviously, I still don't have gear for it or whatever. But I don't know, man. If it's already this strong, I'm really hoping, like, I really just need this character to like set up my atlas, you know what I mean? Get a bunch of maps completed, start generating more maps, try to get some gear, farm for some stuff. So hopefully this character continues being this strong in maps, but we'll find out soon enough. I tried doing a support gem swap, I got trashed unfortunately. But anyway, I did end up hitting maps. The campaign on this character was an absolute breeze. The only times I died is when I was either alt-tabbed or just not really paying attention. Wild Strike is a skill that I've been wanting to play for a very long time, but I've just never found myself in the position to actually play it. So really excited to be playing it now. It took me 7 hours and 40 minutes to get through the campaign, which is probably like, I don't know, 3 hours or so less than it did on my other character. And already, I am already level 72, which is a higher level than my other character, or the same level actually. I think it's the same level. But yeah, the DPS is not insane. Like, as you can see here, it's still pretty decent considering my claws are just like random blue claws or whatever. But even here, as you can see, like, sure, my damage may not be crazy, but being able to perma-freeze enemies is just so convenient. And again, I'm still having no problem with breaches, so I'm getting a bunch of stuff, which feels really nice. And just for a comparison, 12 hours, we are level 71 and 8 hours, we are level 73. So, I don't know what to tell you. Really glad I rerolled. I did end up finding a fort, which I haven't seen yet, and I gotta tell you something, they are messed up. They drop you so many, like, graphs or whatever, and uniques, but you only get one life, and I wasn't paying attention, and I died, so I kinda wasted my first one. It's kind of cool that even if you do fail the fortress, there's just so much loot laying around in here. The little boxes, as you can see, can give you some of the Voidborn uniques or Void Tainted uniques, whatever the hell they're called. Really enjoying them so far. I have not yet completed one. But, like I said, even if you don't pass them, you get a bunch of random, like, things you could put in your birthing tree, get a chance for some uniques, and they're just kind of fun to clear. It might get a little tedious, like, if you do it for a while, but I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. And I know some people aren't super excited about, like, the tree, but I think it's pretty awesome. Like, after so many leagues of, like, so much busted stuff, like, yeah, sure, this league you're gonna get a lot of, like, uniques or whatever, and maybe some crazy gear, but I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, I got an absolutely ridiculous jewel, which is pretty awesome. And as you can see right here, I went from dying 5 times on Tier 1 maps to now completing Tier 2 maps with double boss that are ghosted and not dying a single time. It just feels incredible. I love freezing stuff. And now I have a ridiculous leveling unique. I don't really like need it right now because I don't plan on rerolling for a while. But like having that bramble jacket for the entire league, like 800 armor at level 1, is just gonna make the first like 3 acts so much more comfortable. Getting more tier 2s done, and I'm having pretty much no issue with any of the map bosses. And it's not because my damage is incredible or anything like that, but it's just the simple fact that I can freeze like everything around me all the time. And as you can see here, we're starting to build up some gear little by little. Nothing too crazy, but every little bit helps. But like I was saying, just being able to freeze map bosses all the time is just amazing. I ended up buying a Maelstrom of Chaos from Kirak for 5 Chaos, because why wouldn't I? I'm not going to run it yet. I'd like to at least be Rescat before I do that. It's not necessarily a difficult map, but one, I'm a melee character, and two, not being Rescapped on there is kind of scary. But getting more maps completed here, and honestly, I'm not having like any issues at all. Yeah, I do die every once in a while, but okay. Well, we have it a business now, but sure, whatever, that's cool. But, yeah, we do die every once in a while, but generally speaking, this character is pretty safe. I can't imagine how good it's gonna feel if I ever drop, like, a fortified gem, or if I get some really nice evasion on my body armor or whatever. But even right now, like I said, I'm pretty much never dying, having a good time. Here's another example of me just perma-freezing the map boss. And, yeah, my damage is not insane, like I've said, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if my damage isn't like, 1 million DPS or whatever, if my enemy can never hit me back. I do want to say I am sorry if anyone really wanted to see Kinetic Rain. I will try and go back to it at some point this league, but it's just so weak and I just can't make it work. Maybe if I had better gear. Oh my god. Of course, now I drop a Sacred Wisp when I'm done with the character. Whatever, it's fun. I did end up completing the Maelstrom of Chaos, but I did forget to record it. That's what the last clip was. Well, anyway, all my tier 2s are now officially done, which feels amazing. Hey, if you made this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am so glad I re-rolled. The other character was just so bad. I couldn't get anything done, couldn't even clear tier 1 maps. And now we have, how many points we got now? 13 points. Tree is looking pretty good. I'll probably get to 25% before I take hero X stuff, but 20 white maps completed. We're level 74. The stash is looking pretty good. 8 chaos, 5 alks. Can't really complain. I think my only plan right now is just to get a bunch of tier 3s and just keep going through the Atlas. Hopefully this character can do a red map, but we'll find out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.